This is an ABP Live Podcast.
Hello and welcome back to ABP Live Podcast. The name of the show is Spirit-o-logy and I am Sneha Jain from the Hope Tarot, back with you on this favorite tarot card prediction for the week of 1st May to 7th of May. So let's see from Aries to Pisces what is in the store for you. Starting from the first sign of the Aries, you are a little comparative, dear Aries, and there is a sense of comparison in you. Though this comparison is a healthy comparison where you're looking up to people of what they're doing and what they're reciprocating out of their lives, it is important for you to learn and take your time to that leap of faith and to understand this whole development. You are healing inside out, health gets a lot better, and you are also spiritually getting quite activated. Your inner feelings, your inner voices are speaking out to you, and this is a time of self-realization and self-awareness. So the guidance card says that it is a time of greatest manifestations. There's a good news which is coming for you, and this good news is something which can make you so happy, so fulfilled, and so relaxed that everything around is going to be awesome. So I think this is going to be a very power-packed and fulfilled week for you, dear Aries. Talking about the next sign of the Taurus, let us see what is in store for you, dear Taurus. I think that it is a time where you are experimenting a lot of things and you're just moving with faith, dear Taurus. I feel that this is a time where you are taking that leap of circumstances, and if there is a risk that was in your head, if there was a risk that you wanted to take, it is a good time for you to take that. It is also a time for you to relax and experience things one day at a time, because this week there can be some circumstances that are aligned one after the other and you have to just play it off from one point to another point. I'm sure you're doing it very well, but any expression, any self-expression should be taken back for now. Do not tell anything which is suspicious or anything which is a little bit of hindered to people, because they can use it against you. Talking about the card of guidance, I feel that the Archangel Michael is with you right now. That means you are going to have a fearless attitude towards situation, and this is going to elevate your own energy and your own aura to another level. So that is what it is for you, dear Taurus. Let us see what the next sign has in store. So talking about the sign of Gemini, Gemini are a lot of, they're understanding things, they're understanding their situations, and they're quite absorbed in their own world. This is a time of beauty, fame, and recognition. This is also a time of you getting to another level of your life. So if there are people who are working, Gemini people who are working, you can get that fame, that entity that you've been waiting for. This is also a good time for you to seek and travel and learn new opportunities, because that is 100% on the cards. Your health is getting better. I'm only worried about mental stresses and overthinking that you have been doing for some time now, Gemini. You just have to stop overthinking and take it easy, because you are elevating and you are elevating to another level this week. Talking about the guidance card, I feel that work-wise you are getting quite a good recognition, and as I said, the fame that you've been looking for is just around the corner. Disaster. I just want you to not take any major decisions and just take it easy, because that is very important for you. So just be in yourself, be absorbed, quit things that are not important. Don't do things which don't project to you, but just drag the week, because it doesn't seem to be a very fulfilling week overall. Talking about the sign of Leos, what is in store this week for you? This week you are shining so bright like the sun. You are literally radiating with energy. This power, this radiation is coming to you so naturally, Leos, that you are so recognizable to everybody around you. This power, this energy is at the work front, at the love front, everywhere, and this is completely making you shine out so bright. There can be developments of money, more recognition at work front, more love, more of everything coming to you. The guidance card also talks about harmony and peace, so it's going to be a power packed, extremely beautiful week for you, dear Leos. Talking about the next sign, which is the Virgos, let us see what is in store for you. Virgos, this is going to be a week of maturity and of intensity. So, at the work front, or if you're related to any creative side, political side, you are going to grow. This is also a period where you are making more firm and mature decisions than usual, because this time it's just out of the way and you are just growing like anything. It is also a period where you can spend more time along with friends and family to have that patience and that peace inside you, and that also gives you an upliftment and joy. This is also a time where you have to let go situations that are not working for you, because you've been holding on really long, dear Virgos, and I think it is the time for you to just let that go, whichever is not working in your life. So that is what it is, and I feel that you're so powerful. I think you are capable of making bigger changes. Now, talking about the sign of the Libras. Libras are all giggly and they are playful, they are flirting around with the opposite sex, and that's so amazing about you, because Libras have never been like that. So this week is the week of fulfilled love, fulfilled power, fulfilled energy, and a lot of playfulness around the corner. But you have to be a little bit of aware about what you're doing. Do not overdo it. Do not get over engrossed in toxic things like addictives or something, because that can lead to gut or GI related issues. Though you are out for an adventure this week and anything that you do will be for the highest good, you just have to make the right moves. Family and work environment remains peaceful, while again you're just flirting around like wild, and it's going to be amazing, I'm sure, for the Libras who've never been like that. So it's going to be a good, loving, and a flirtatious week for you. Talking about the sign of the Scorpios, what is in store for you? So Scorpios are undergoing a good transformation, and this transformation is needed because you've been clinging to the past too much. I think because you've been thinking and overthinking about people, what he said, what they said a week ago, a month ago, 2 years ago. That doesn't make sense now. You have to learn to let go, dear Scorpios, because if you are clinging to the past, that is not making you move forward. And this is the time for transformation. So you are supposed to move forward, and that is something which is extremely important and required this week. If there are any people who are toxic or who are intoxicating you as a forced energy, you should stop talking to them for now, because they can really create a negative energy around you. The other thing is that this week you can look up for people's help, and that is absolutely fine. Looking up for elderly help can really make a good and a brighter change in your life. The guidance says that you are abundant and you are well supported by the universe. I just want you to take those steps that are needed. So after the Scorpios, we come down to the sign of the Sagittarius. Let us see what the Sagittarius are about. Wow, Sagittarius, this is so beautiful. You're so courageous at this time that you're making such big transformation in your life. This courage speaks out for itself, and this is also a time of great receptivity. This receptivity is like a thunderbolt situation which is creating an amazing energy. This energy is physical energy, emotional energy, mental energy. Everything is inside you. So at the work front, you're getting more money, you're getting more recognition. At the home front also, I think you're going to get more and more respect. From the partners front, you're getting more and more love. The guidance also talks about peace and serenity. So overall, it's going to be a bumper week for you, something that you've not experienced in a lot of time now. Any courageous decision should be taken right now, because this is going to give you that leap that you've been waiting for. So now coming down to the sign of the Capricorns, let us see what is in the store for you, Capricorns. So Capricorns, as they're quite in control, and they're trying to control everything around them. So this week is a time where you're trying to balance and make a priority of everything. But I think because you're clinging too much, or you subjected to resist change, you are becoming isolated. You feel that you are restless, you feel you're not surrounded by people, and you feel quite drenched on the energy. And this is only because you're trying to control everything. If you control too much, it is not going to help anybody. If you try to let go, that is how the healing will happen. So I think that letting go should be your mantra for the week, because if you try to hold on to things and be very rigid, it is not going to help anybody. The guidance says that you should seek support from family and loved ones this week because you might need it because you're emotionally a little too sensitive this week. So from Capricorn, now we move on to the sign of Aquarius. Let us see what it is in store for you. So this is a period of the love and of marriage, of celebrations, of creativity and possibilities. So overall, this week is quite an amazing week where you are getting all the love, all the power, all enthusiasm, everything that you've always been looking for. This is also a week of great creative aspects because at work front you are getting more than you are doing. So this is going to be like a lucky week for you. So whatever is waiting or whatever you've been procrastinating for some time now should be done, because this week the answer is only yes, and it is extremely positive for you. The guidance also talks about possibilities, and it also talks about spending time in the nature. So if you do that, I'm sure that your energy elevation goes to another level. Now, lastly, talking about the sign of Pisces, let us see what is in store for you, the Pisces. Pisces are a little bit hasty and they're living in their own moment. They are dreamy, they're wild, but they are not thinking about the practical aspect of life. It is important for you to grasp the practical approach, dear Pisces, because if you be all dreamy, it's not going to help anyone. Try to make more brain and thoughtful changes in your life right now, because if you only listen to the heart, it is only going to hurt you. It is important for you to take one step at a time. It is not a bad week, but this is certainly a week where you need to be more conscious and more aware about yourself, because if you keep doing the repeated patterns and trusting the same people, it might just be a tower fall for you. Specifically at the work front as well, I want you to take more practical decisions and do not make the work cling too much, because that is going to make the bosses a little upset. The other thing that I also see about Pisces as a guidance is body issues. So you can have physical issues at this time. You should eat well, sleep well, and maintain the body, because that is something which the body is now calling for. So these were the weekly predictions for the week of 1st to 7th of May. We will be back next week for more weekly inputs to you. Till that time, stay very happy and healthy and keep following Spirit-o-logy on ABP Live Podcast.